I'm Macy Eglund. Only in Newsday, the family of a Comac woman killed by an LIRR train has reached a multi-million-dollar settlement with the railroad. Transportation reporter Alfonso Castillo spoke to her husband, who says he feels vindicated by the verdict.
I remember being the worst day of my life.
13 years after he lost his wife, Comac psychiatrist Luis Maldonado hopes a recent Riverhead jury verdict and an accompanying $2.9 million settlement will change the way others remember that day.
The relief I have now is that the blame that was given to my wife is now out.
It was a freezing cold January morning back in 2013. Blanca Maldonado had just picked up her father from the nearby Long Island Railroad train station in Brentwood. They were driving through this crossing on 2nd Street when they were crushed by an oncoming Long Island Railroad train. Blanca Maldonado and her father both killed.
I just couldn't believe what they told me. It was so shocking and so, it's so hard for me to remember that day and to mention what I felt at that moment.
Compounding the pain of Maldonado's 3 children losing their mother and grandfather, Jose Adolfo Reyes, was the MTA's assertion that Blanca Maldonado drove around safety gates after they had come down.
Oh my God, that was the worst thing. I mean, weeks after the incident, they put a commercial about, don't ever do this, try cross the railroads when the gates are down, and with the picture of the car wrecked.
In a lawsuit that played out for more than a decade, the family's lawyers presented evidence they said showed that the gates had not come down when the train struck the car, including testimony from an eyewitness and data from black box event recorders. A jury agreed in March, finding the LIRR negligent in the crash. The family's lawyers said they've since reached a settlement with the LIRR for $2.9 million. Despite the verdict, the MTA in a statement said the grade crossing was operating properly and that all its nearly 300 crossings are regularly inspected to ensure they are safe and operate as intended. While the court victory can't bring back his late wife, Luis Maldonado hopes it does help bring back her good name.
All my kids were so happy that that happened because they knew that she didn't do what they say that she did.
For Newsday TV, I'm Alfonso Castillo.
You can read more about the settlement on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. This Hempstead teen has pleaded guilty to the deadly shooting of a college basketball player. Jacob McMillan admitted to opening fire at a house party last November. Amira McLeod, a member of the Monroe women's basketball team, was killed. McMillan will spend 20 years to life behind bars. First in Newsday, plans are moving ahead for a Russian Orthodox monastery in Head of the Harbor. The village approved an architectural proposal for a small church to be built on the campus of St. Dionysius. The monastery now needs to file plans with the building inspector before those permits can be issued. Fireworks fines are skyrocketing in Long Beach. The city council approved an increase to the top penalty this week, which means setting off illegal fireworks in the city by the sea could cost you as much as $15,000. Previously, fines ranged upwards of $250. This tenor from Holbrook will perform at the Freedom 250 rally in D.C. later this month. Posting on Truth Social, President Trump says Christopher Macchio will sing Hallelujah, Ave Maria, and God Bless America. Macchio was handpicked by Trump to sing the national anthem at his 2025 inauguration. Well, the Knicks are hoping to stun the Spurs again tonight.
Brunson on the drive, spins. Underneath, puts it up, puts it in. Jalen Brunson does it again.
It's Game 2 of the NBA Finals. The Knicks took Game 1 thanks to superstar Jalen Brunson's 30 points Monday night. They're on a historic 12-game postseason winning streak. Tip-off is at 8:30 down in San Antonio tonight. Let's talk about your forecast. We've got meteorologist Jeff Banson and an air quality alert today. What's going on with that?
Yeah, a little bit of a stagnation of the air. You know, typically when we get these big domes of high pressure, the air doesn't flow as well. You get a lot of pollutions, air pollutions trapped towards the ground. ground, and that tends to come along with high heat, high humidity. You see a lot of these in the summer. So a big difference in the air pattern in the next couple of days here. But the weather is still going to be mostly nice. And for those of you hoping for a fully dry weekend, you may get your wish. We've had some positive improvements to our Sunday forecast. Right now we're taking a look outside Foster Memorial Beach, Sag Harbor. Another beautiful, perfect beach day out there today. Humidity is low, but it's starting to trend higher as we go over the next few days here. Here's that air quality alert. It's island-wide. It goes into effect 11 a.m. through 11 p.m. tonight. Keep that in mind. Maybe, you put the run off for a day like today. You take it a little easier out today. Don't overexert yourself doing any yard work, especially if you have something like asthma. Humidity is building into the weekend here. You start to kind of feel that difference from the last couple of days, which have been very refreshing, albeit still very warm. The weekend looks good. We'll see some storms on Saturday night. Probably the best chance for any inclement weather right now, and then cooler and comfortier as we head into next week. So we've been showing you these dew points the last couple of days. They've been down in the 40s. Now you can see they're into the 50s, even getting close to 60 in a few spots. So that dew point trend upward as we head into the middle of the weekend, and then a big difference from Monday and Tuesday, cooler and refreshing. And we should start to probably see some more humidity build back by the end of next week if you're looking ahead. Day planner for today. Oh, what more can you say? A perfect summery end to the weekend. Low to mid 80s across the island with lots of sunshine. Here's the all-important weekend forecast. We will stay into the 80s both days, and I think there'll be more sun than clouds. We just have to watch for, again, those thunderstorms sandwiched in between, and they'll be building as a result of that incoming front and humidity, and you can see it all the way out here. The high pressure is starting to shift, so we lose that cooler north flow or northwest flow, and we replace that with a south flow, and that pumps in the humidity. But again, really not much to complain about outside of that, especially if you're someone who's been waiting for this summer weather to get here. I know I haven't been chomping at the bit. I've liked this cooler pattern that we've had, but certainly, it's time here as we head into June. Muggy night tonight, temperatures down into the 60s, maybe even close to 70 in some of the western spots, so the AC is going to become more prevalent in the coming days as well. 90s possible scattered across the North Shore and western Long Island as we head into the day tomorrow. Here comes that front. Some showers and storms coming down from the north and west, but it looks like they're after sundown at this point. So if you have dinner plans, early evening plans, I think those look okay. Just, for the night owls out there, watch out for those storms. And then Sunday, really looking markedly better than it has been. The temperatures are shaved off a little bit, but again, that humidity is still around for one more day. And then Sunday night will feel so much comfier. You'll be able to open up the windows and lose the AC. Beach forecast for today, it's a good one. Again, we do have a high UV index, and those water temps are still cold, but they've jumped a few degrees in the last few days because of these warmer days that we've had. Rip current risk is moderate today. Something to keep in mind if you're going to attempt to swim. But again, a lot of lifeguards still not on duty during the weeks until the official start of summer, so please use caution. Sun and clouds today. We range from, say, about 80 in Montauk, maybe a little cooler up towards Orient there, but we'll be well into the 80s as you get across parts of western Suffolk and Nassau. Tonight, 60s across the island, mostly clear skies. Starting to feel a little muggier, so I wouldn't be shocked to see, or maybe I should say hear more ACs on tonight. And then tomorrow, another summer day out there. Just watch for those late day storms. Into Sunday, we'll start to cool things down and turn much less humid. 74 on Monday, and getting back close to 80 Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But all days are going to feature lower humidity.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Fire Island Ferries.
Well, a big honor for a veteran agent in the music business. Lisa DiStefano sat down with Billy Joel's longtime booker ahead of his induction into the Long Island Music and Entertainment Hall of Fame.
There is so much music history here in your home, including this piano.
Oh, this piano is amazing. This is Billy's piano that he used from the Nylon Curtain Tour in 1982. It's the centerpiece of our home.
There are over 50 years of music memorabilia and memories in Dennis Arfa's home.
Here is a bunch of gold and platinum records, and most of these are Billy's, but there's a few Debbie Gibson singles up here.
the longtime agent of Billy Joel and other legends, including Debbie Gibson, Metallica, Rod Stewart, Rush, and Motley Crue, just to name a few, is being inducted into the Long Island Music and Entertainment Hall of Fame.
I think it's a great honor. This is my roots. This is where I started. It's where I've basically lived my whole life. And so I'm very proud.
You've been with Billy really since the beginning of his career.
Yes. Well, I met Billy. We met each other when we were 19. My desire to work with him was I had so much respect for him as an artist, as an entertainer, and as a musician. So to represent somebody that I had passion for is the gift. Billy's a brother. You know, it's my heart and soul. He's, so it's, you know, and I know he feels that. And then I always have a thing. I want to do my job as well as he does his job.
Arfa is the architect of Billy's record-breaking residency at the Garden, as well as his record-setting stadium runs.
You can have dreams about what you'd like to do, but to have an artist that can do it is something that's so special.
So what's next for Dennis Arfa, who is currently the chairman of the music division at Independent Artist Group, an agency he was instrumental in creating?
I mean, after the induction ceremony on Saturday, I'm going out to the opening of the Rush concert, which starts out with 4 nights at the LA Forum, and in between there, I have Rod Stewart playing the Hollywood Bowl. So, you know, right now I'm just, I am just enjoying the run and very blessed with working with some of the greatest musicians on this earth.
You can read more about Arfa and tomorrow night's ceremony on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. It's a sandwich and a snack all in one. In this week's Feed Me TV, Ken Buffa checks out the viral chip bag sandwich over in Yaphank.
This is the viral chip bag sandwich that you can find here at Yaphank Deli. Let's go inside and see how they're made.
When people come in, they're like, you know, how does this work, right? You grab your favorite bag of Hal chips, then you pick your favorite deli sandwich. Classic Italian, you're getting lettuce, tomatoes, red onion, and we like banana peppers on ours. The Italian combo, that seems to be the most popular. It's our classic Italian and then salt and vinegar chip. And then we put it in the bowl, we chop it up. So now it goes back in the bag. Ready to go to the beach?
Let me see this thing.
It's heavy, right?
It's nice and heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is an awesome idea.
Yeah,
this
people
is so
love it.
good. See, allow me to.
Yeah.
We're good.
My cousin does the TikTok for us, so she's always making videos, and some of them get more views than others, and this just took off. They use our TikTok almost like a menu, so they're scrolling and they're going, can I try this one? Can I try this one? And not even really saying the name, just showing us the video.
Got some chips in there. It's a decent bite. It's surprisingly very good.
Yeah.
I thought it would be a little bit over the top. No, you get a lot of like different textures from the cheeses, the lettuce too, and then the chip gives it a crunch.
Yeah.
I could eat this all day.
We're a small home-style deli, but you have to be able to kind of pivot.
Ken Buffa, Newsday TV.
Love that they reseal it. That's such a great idea for the beach. You can see more viral eats and find more great sandwich spots this summer on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. You can see more on all of these stories on Newsday.com and watch us streaming anytime on Local Now, YouTube, and the other streaming services you see there. I'm Macy Eglund. We've got more local news and your forecast with meteorologist Jeff Banson coming up here on Newsday TV, covering Long Island like no one else can.
There's more to Long Island than you know when you picture this. Join Macy Egland for a journey through some of the major moments in Long Island's past through the lens of the Newsday archives. Picture This, available now at newsday.com/picture this.